Hello everyone, my name is Landon and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be going over the top 5 most anticipated movies for me that are coming out based on Stephen King novels. So they could either be remakes, they could either be sequels to movies that have already come out, or they could just be standalone movies that haven't been even made yet. I also am wearing the Salem's Lot hat. Thought I'd went a little old school. I haven't worn it in a while. It's good to see it back on my head in these videos. So, yeah. Let's jump right into the video with number 5. At the number 5 spot we have It Chapter 2. So, It Chapter 1 came out in 2017, and it was an amazing movie, and I can't wait to see what they do with Chapter 2, because Chapter 1 was so great. Bill Skarsgård did an amazing job, the young cast was incredible, and with the new cast, I like the new cast. They got Bill Hader as Richie, they have Jessica Chastain, they have James McAvoy, who was in Split. All great characters. Bill Hader's perfect for Richie, by the way. I could just see him now as like the comic relief of the entire movie. But yeah, It Chapter 2, definitely excited for that. And at the end of this video, tell me what 5 anticipated movies you guys have for Stephen King that are coming out. They could literally be anything. They could be TV shows, they could be movies, they could be remakes, they could be sequels. I don't know. Most of these, one of them is a remake. No, 2 of them are remakes. And then the other 2 are standalones. At the number 4 spot we have Duma Key. When I first read Duma Key, it wasn't really all that amazing, and then I started looking back on it, and I went through it a couple times, and I realized that this book is one of my favorites. It's in my top 20, if not 15. It's probably like around like 16, 15, 17, somewhere around there. This book is incredible, and I heard that they were going to be making a movie of it. If this movie has a good director behind it and a great cast, this could be probably one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations. The story is awesome, and I just love the idea of a painter who can paint things to life on Duma Key. I'm going to spoil something. The ending is great when he's had enough of Duma Key, he's vanquished all the demons and stuff like that, and he decides to paint a painting of Duma Key being destroyed. I thought that was a great ending to an even better book. And the movie, like I said, if they have a great writer, like a great screenplay writer, if they have a great director, like James Wan, someone who's great at directing horror movies, something like that, it would really be an amazing movie. At the number 3 spot we have The Long Walk. This became also one of my top 20 favorite Stephen King novels. I love this book. It's such a tight book. The ending, you could kind of see the ending coming. Like, there's no way that it wouldn't happen. Like, if it didn't happen, that would be really dark for a Stephen King novel. But since it did, it was very, like, I called it. Like, halfway through the book, I knew it was going to happen. But the writing in here is great, and I heard that he wrote this, like, when he was really young, like before he even wrote Carrie or something like that. So he was really young when he wrote this book. And it's very short, less than 400 pages, almost exactly 391 pages. It's a really tight read, great character development, the characters are awesome, and once again, like with all these movies that aren't remakes, like, and I know we already know the directors and stuff, but for books like The Long Walk and Duma Key, we don't know who the director is and we don't know the cast yet. So if a great director and a great cast is put behind these movies, like if they get a great young cast of 13 to 16-year-olds in this book, it's gonna make for a great movie. Like if they can get the guy who played Bill in It Chapter 1, I can't remember his name, but if they can get somebody like him to do this book and be the main character, Ray Garrity, it would be probably also one of my favorite Stephen King adaptations, because this book was great, really tight read, and if they can make it into an hour and 30-minute thriller, that would be awesome. Where do you go? You go over here. Alright. At the number 2 spot, we have Pet Sematary. The next 2 books are remakes, and this one we know who the director is, and we know who the cast is. So, the next one we don't know who the cast or the director is. Actually, we do know who the director is, and that's why I put it at the number 1 spot, but we don't know the cast yet. But Pet Sematary is going to be a remake of the 1980-something, I don't know, maybe 87, somewhere around there. I don't know the exact year. But that was a good movie in my opinion. But with modern-day special effects, CGI, and another great cast that we have, I can't remember the exact guy's name. I can see him in my head now, but they have a really, really good cast. The wife, whatever, I can't remember her name. I'm literally blanking out on everybody. Lewis Creed, I can't remember his wife's name right now. Here, let's just flip to a random page. Maybe her name will be there. Crap. Rachel. Rachel, in the upcoming movie, she was in Alien Covenant, and she was Ferris in Alien Covenant, and she did a great job. She really brought something to the screen. Her death scene was I didn't see it coming because she was her death was emotional because she was Danny McBride's wife. You haven't seen Alien Covenant, sorry I'm spoiling it, but she did a great job in Alien Covenant. I can't remember Lewis's name or even Judd Crandall's name. I don't want to look it up right now. I don't even have my phone on me. This is my wallet. But yeah, so Pet Sematary, I don't know who the director is. I didn't really look much into this movie. I'm just really excited for the remake because they definitely have a great cast. I'm not sure who the director is, but I think he has a good track record with movies. And the guy who plays Judd Crandall, he's been in a ton of stuff, so he's really experienced. And yeah, that's Pet Sematary. And at the number 1 spot, we have the Tommyknockers. Hear me out on this one, okay? Don't start typing in the comments just yet. Think about it. The Tommyknockers story, like not the entire book itself, but the storyline, the plot, the detail, the characters. There is an amazing book inside of this book. There's just so much detail that could have been easily left out, and this could have been a top 10 Stephen King novel. And with James Wan, who's the producer and director of some of the Conjuring movies, he also directed the It producer, or the It director, one of them, I don't know, but the producer of It is doing it, and the guy who produced the original Tommyknockers, I think, is coming back to produce it. If they leave out some of the unneeded detail, if James Wan and the screenwriter, or the screenplay writer, if they leave out all the unnecessary detail, and they add even more character development than this book already has, which it has a ton of, the character development is amazing, it's just there's so much left out detail. And if this book could be made into an hour and 45, maybe 2 hour long movie, sorry, my brother's jumping around upstairs listening to music, it's an earthquake, but the Tommyknockers has potential to be one of the greatest Stephen King novel adaptations, period. Like, don't call me crazy. There is a great book inside of this book. There was just so much in there that didn't need to be in there. And if James Wan can chip it down to, instead of a 990-page novel that it is, chip it down to like 600, 700 pages, this book could really be one of the best Stephen King adaptations to date. And that's my opinion. It's not what anybody else is saying. This is my opinion solely. Is solely a word? I don't know. That's not on my tongue. But, the Tommyknockers, honestly, I think it has potential to be one of the greatest Stephen King adaptations. Honestly, I enjoyed, this is hands down in my top 5 favorite plots. Not 5 favorite books, but like stories, like plots of the entire Stephen King universe. I love the idea of somebody finding an alien spaceship in their backyard, they dig it up, and then it starts raining hell on top of this town that was just nice and quiet. I think that's amazing, and I think James Wan can really do something with this book if he chips down the detail. And those are my top 5. So, if you guys have a top 5 of your own, leave a comment down below telling me them. And if you guys like my top 5, tell me if you agreed with me, disagreed with me, your favorites that are coming up. There's a ton. There's like Rose Matter, Revival, TV show of The Outsider, TV show of Sleeping Beauties. There's so much coming out that has a lot of potential. But these were just my top 5 that I'm really excited for and I think have the most potential out of any of the books. So, if you guys enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell icon if you're new, leave that comment down below, tell me what your top 5 are, and I'll see you guys in the next video.